Good morning, Vietnam!
Hello and welcome to another episode of B&B War Stories. I'm your host, Nick Laidlaw. Today's video will be a little different. It's roughly 20 minutes of raw combat footage from the frontline trenches of eastern Ukraine. My friend Viking, a member of the International Legion and part of the Omega Group, was kind enough to lend me this footage to upload here to YouTube to share with you all. He has written a transcript detailing the events of the video for you guys. The video shows just your average day on the front lines of eastern Ukraine. It's a good reminder that not every single minute of war is like the movie Fury or Saving Private Ryan. The GoPro's wide lens is deceiving. The tree line visible is much closer than shown on video. Close enough to see the enemy moving. The phrase I shouted there translates to, "Budanov sends his regards, bitch." This particular shootout took place early morning. As you can see, I'm trying to conserve ammunition as much as possible, since any attempt at resupply can only happen after dark. They like to open fire on us and get us to shoot back, so we could expose ourselves for their artillery and FPV drones, but we're a little bit smarter than that. We only engage with firepower when we actually saw their movement, precise and overwhelming fire. I like to pair it with mortars of our own, pin them down with overlapping MG fire, and then bring the hammer down with mortars, or smoke them out with mortars and then catch them with MGs on the move.
Get some!
The conditions in the trench line are horrible. It's wet, muddy, cold, and full of rats. You get trench foot basically within the first few hours. You may have the best boots out there, but your own sweat will still soak you, and it's only a matter of time. Here you can see the river inside the trench. We had to walk through that. It reached up to my shins. It's like quicksand, sticky, and the longer you stand still, the more you get stuck in it. This video is from a different battle and location. Here, 8 of us, Omega Team, held the line for 72 hours, alone, in a double envelopment. The Russians didn't know we were there. They expected the demoralized Ukrainians who they've been softening up for days. Instead, they found us. We snuck in during the night and took over. Set up 2 machine gun nests, plus a 50 cal. They were not ready for what was to come. 3 times they assaulted with full force. 3 times they were repelled. The Russian dead in this video was shot at 10 meters distance. He almost made it to our line. He got shot trying to jump in our trench. One of my guys, who's actually an ethnic Russian, who was raised in Ukraine, got him. The next video shows an early morning contact of this battle. As you can see, we are returning very controlled and point-accurate fire.
Good.
This is the first morning in this location, so we're still getting our bearings while coming in contact.
Good.
I came out to see who was where to find work for myself. Seeing as this point was already occupied, I went to the MG on the farthest flank.
Down and shoot from there because I can't do anything here.
Before I made it to the MG nest, I saw movement from the little opening we called the kitchen and decided to engage. Sadly, the sun in the camera prevents much visibility on the video. I continue down to the MG nest and spot 2 ZSU guys sitting doing something, so I asked them what they're doing and which direction they're shooting at. I wanted to get the general idea of sectors that were covered or needed to be covered. They told me their sectors, and I carried on. Immediately, I hear a drone fly overhead, so I shouted, "Drone in the air!" Identification of who the drone belongs to is impossible. When in doubt, assume it's enemy.
Винстон, як вас там справа? Я ще на зв'язку. Запікла трошки. Плюс.
While shooting, I was approached by the Ukrainian machine gunners, who somehow managed to get the 240 jammed. They asked us to help unjam the MG.
Пулемет есть? А? Пулемет не работает или что?
Да.
When I got there, I tried to let it
Вот
run.
там. Окей,
Had multiple failures to extract or to fire, and upon closer inspection, I found the full round with casing stuck inside the barrel.
Okay, I go to the other
Yes, so. Fucking no. Так, пуля внутри, мне нужно мультитул. Мультитул.
Мультитул?
Да, или что такое.
Я не знаю. Правильно, ебани их.
I had to use the AK cleaning rods, 2 of them, and an ammo box to bang it out of the barrel and get the MG working.
Кажу, давай ебани их, сука, блядь. Подстриги немного.
In the next video, you see me fueling on some coffee and cigarettes with my Omega metal mug. Sadly, that mug didn't survive the next engagement. Neither did my backpack or my saw.
Mickey.
My MG position took a direct hit with an FPV
Omega,
drone.
блядь.
The best team all over the world. SEAL Team 9.
9.
Може 300.
Brother. This shit is garbage. This is garbage, блядь.
Може 300.
I believe the Yukis didn't know just how much lubrication these old 240s need to run properly. The subsequent conversation was very funny, as I told them that in the Georgian army, I had a PKM machine gun, and it's far superior to this old American garbage. We had a good laugh. I tried to raise their spirits as much as possible. These guys were stranded here for 15 days before we got there.
Все, работает. Пожалуйста.
Дякую.
Я вас приходжу.
Дякую. Щиро дякую. Короче, блядь, старый, сам говорит, блядь, пацан, что Америка говно.
Блядь, я был ПКМщиком, короче, 4 лет в грузинском армии, брат. Это говно, нахуй. Слава ПКМ, блядь.
I go back to report that the MG is working,
Okay,
and we
machine
agree
gun
that I
good,
need
yes.
to stay on that MG
fixed
to
it.
prevent any issues.
And help the... Okay.
I returned and told the older gentleman called Stari, literally old, to get on the 50 and work.
Так, все, я буду с вами, если еще что-то, чтобы я мог помогать.
He picked up his AKSU, and I asked him
У вас
that
50,
when
да?
he retires,
Браунинг,
he
да?
leaves the
Где баски,
AKSU to me, because it's one rifle made for my size. They loved that joke.
Когда идете в пенсию, это оставляйте меня, хорошо?
Я на пенсию уйду, если
Мой размер, понимаешь? Ну как, хлопцы?
Я в машинган, я водитель.
Next video shows me on my MG position, at a different battlefield, controlling my men on the flanks. I have a Spanish on the left and a Russian speaker on the right. I had to maintain command and control in 3 languages, plus think in my native. Needless to say, at the end of the day, I just want to be deaf and mute. I eventually stopped shooting and just corrected our mortars, who laid down very effective fire missions. I could visually walk in the fire on the enemy approach routes. Last bit of the video is the next day.
Okay, cease! Alto! Yeah, that one's right there, 200 meters. Yes. $95, $96.
Where's that MG5? MG5
Down
down there.
there. Yeah. We are also taking fire from 12 from the... Yeah. See, that's close already, that's close. SPG. Oh, nice. Oh, this is... Come in.
Over.
That last mortar shot, excellent. Repeat. Fire again. Over.
Roger, good copy. Tango. Tango Yankee.
Thank you. Tango Yankee.
That's it? That's SPG firing.
Возможно, ошиблись, возможно, контакт на 95-м ориентире, потому что только что туда отработали и сказали, что попали хорошо.
This is one. Come in.
Over.
Be advised, additional enemy fire directly east from Groza position. Over.
Roger, copy.
In addition to that, there were 3 shots from enemy SPG unit. How copy?
Roger, copy 3 FPV strikes and enemy fire from east of Rosa position.
Negative, not FPV. SPG, Sierra Papa Gamma.
SPG, good copy.
Excellent second strike. Mortars are working very well. Keep them firing. Keep them firing.
We hit something important, I'm sure, because the Russians got very angry and started throwing heavy indirect fire, possibly realizing they were dealing with the International Legion.
Okay.
One of my guys got smashed with an FPV drone, along with my MG. You can see him with us extracting him. He had a broken leg and arm, no mass bleeding, but he was peppered with shrapnel. I did what I could for him, following March, but I got as far as respiration before QRF was ready to get him out. We have a very effective system in the Legion. The casualty was out of the line in 10 minutes flat.
Probably about 200.
Okay, do you have problems with the ATV? His left leg is broken, so careful with it.
We're gonna cut in through here.
Yeah.
I hope you guys enjoyed that video. It's something a little different from what I normally upload, but I had a lot of extra footage left over from the video from a couple weeks ago, and I thought you guys might want to see it. Again, if you like what I'm doing, please consider subscribing to my Patreon. I'd really love to do this full time, and that's a really good way to help me do that. As always, every soldier has a story, and every story deserves to be told. Thanks for being here.